Hey, good morning everybody. So welcome back to the studio. So today I'm going to make some geode shaped coasters. They'll be purple and they will have some purple glass in them, trying to make them look a little bit like amethyst. So let's try that. All right, so I'm working inside my little box again today to make my coasters. I do want to move this project as soon as I can because I want to use my table. But I have somewhere I have to be in exactly 1 hour. So I'm going to get moving and get these all mixed up. I'm going to use purple glass pieces in them. I'm going to use my Pearlex powders, and I'll show you those as I'm mixing them, in purple. All right, so next I want to make sure that the space on my table that I'm using is level, so I use my level, and I want to check it both ways, just as though I'm doing a painting. And so you see I've taken the purple glass pieces and I've put that in the center, and then I'm spreading it out to the edge. It doesn't have to be even, but it kind of looks nicer in the end if it is. If you hear little clicking sounds, it's my daughter's dog clicking around on my wooden floor here in my art studio. You hear it? That's him. I don't have any music on in the background today because I'm in a hurry. All right, so I do have my purple done. I'm going to put some clear right on top of it. Putting it just to the inside of it. Now it will make its way through the stones, and that's okay. Bought the Pearlex powders. There's a series 1, 2, and 3 that you can buy. I use them for lots of different things, but today we're going to mix some of the purples with some resin. I'm actually going to do this dark purple, and there is a very light one right here. I'm going to use both of those, and we'll get started as soon as I'm done mixing those up. I like to open them away from my project, just because as you see there's some powder right there already ready to jump out. So I'm careful. I'm going to put in 2 scoops. I want this one to be a little bit dark. And when you begin to mix your Pearlex powders, you also need to be careful. Pull them away from your project because this powder is going to fly if you're not careful. But let me pull it away and I will show you what it looks like when we're finished mixing it. Alright, so this is not all the way mixed, but as I'm mixing it, you can see it's a beautiful, rich, dark purple. You do want to mix this for a minute or so. It is going to take a minute for that powder to get incorporated into the resin. If you don't mix it for about a minute or so, you'll find some clumps in there of those pieces of powder, and they will show up in your resin. So you want to make sure you get them mixed up. So let me mix up the light one, and I'll start my camera again. Alright, so as you can see, I've got a lighter shade of purple, a darker shade of purple, and in this cup, I actually have some glitter that is really fine glitter that's purple. And it's mixed with a little bit of resin, and that's going to go in the center. So let's get pouring here. Let's get this going. We're going to start with our darker shade. So I'm going to pinch the edge, and I'm going to pour a circle just about where I poured that clear. And we'll do that on all of them. And I like to wipe off my sticks because I can use those again. All right, so this lighter color I'm going to put in the center, just directly into the center. It will help spread out some of this dark shade. All right, and you're beginning to see what's fun about putting the clear around. You see how the fingers are starting to show? That is what I love about doing this design. It doesn't really totally take over the gems, but there are fingers here and there that get the color in it. All right, so now we're going to put in some more clear right in the center. Getting a little bit of bubbles, but that's okay. We can get those. Now, if you look at this one, do you see where there's some specks that did not mix up really well in my resin? That's okay. That's going to add to our design. The dog thinks I'm crazy talking to myself. We're ready to put our resin and glitter mix in here. Sometimes I mix it thick enough that you cannot pour it, but with these tiny little specks, it's always nice to make it just like it can be poured out. Sometimes I dance it out a little bit just to get something different going. Now it'll move a little bit too, and that's okay. I just don't want it to be a circle. And I've also done this where I do a swirl too. So let's try that with this one. Maybe I'll do that with the one with all of them. So then these will travel back to the center a little bit. That's okay. I just don't want them to be a huge dot. Let's do that to this one too. It'll look better. Okay, so we're going to wait 24 hours and then come back and see how these turn out. All right, one important final step is to get ourselves a torch and get rid of some of these bubbles. Now, you're not going to be able to get rid of all of them, but my studio is a little bit warm. I turned off the air conditioner. I always turn it off whenever I'm finishing up a resin project. That way the bubbles come up naturally. It's a little bit warmer when I come back to the studio, but that's okay. Alright, so the effect that I'm hoping for is when I turn these over, that there's going to be some spots that are just this glass that we put in. The purple might be on the back, but I think that the glass on the front should show through, so we'll see. Maybe it won't. I don't know. Alright, thanks for watching. Alright, I'm kind of excited to see how these turned out. So, I do see that some of the glitter has floated, but that's okay. Oh, these are cute. Look at that, with the outside edge all in mirrors. Those are broken mirror. Wow, I love that. Can you see the glitter in it? Let me try another one. Those are so interesting. I love how that swirls. Let me put it on a white table. Look at that. What do you think about those? You'll have to give me your feedback. So front. And that one. Wonderful. All right. Hope you enjoyed watching this. Have a good day.